Dear students, hello and welcome to yet new session of virtual class. In this session, we will discuss the role and importance of ICT in teaching learning process along with some related topics like digital portfolio and using classroom as a resource. In this class, we will discuss in detail what is ICT, different tools used in ICT, its role and advantages. We will also discuss digital portfolio, its importance for teachers as well as for students. At the end of this session, we will see how can we use a classroom as a resource or how does a resourceful classroom look like. To begin with, let us see what is ICT. The acronym ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. ICT is fundamental to life in our modern technological society. This means ICT is a sort of intervention of technology in teaching learning process. It aids the process of teaching learning by the use of technological tools like computer and internet. Next is information and communication technology, that is ICT, in education is the mode of education that uses information and communications technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. Worldwide research has shown that ICT can lead to an improved student learning and better teaching methods. This means it helps both students as well as teachers. We see that most of the instruction work is being carried out through technology. During this COVID-19 phase, online mode of teaching is the only resort to the teachers. This could become possible only with the use of ICT tools. Now let us move to the next slide. Now let us see different ICT tools for teaching and learning. These are some of the ICT tools like computer, that may be a desktop or a laptop, projectors, digital cameras, printers, photocopier, tablets, pen drives, iPods, scanners, microphones, interactive whiteboards, DVDs and CDs, video games, mobile phones, and audio books, etc. Most of them are being used in schools these days, especially computers, projectors, printers, pen drives, and interactive whiteboards. Governments are providing huge funds for popularizing ICT in educational institutions. Now, let us discuss the role of ICT for teachers. ICT is a valuable tool to enhance teaching and learning. For teachers, ICT is a professional resource, a mode of classroom delivery, a source of valid and valuable text time. It is a professional resource for teachers because it helps a teacher to deliver his lesson effectively, he uses various methods and techniques with the help of ICT tools. This way, ICT helps him grow professionally. Next is it is a mode of classroom delivery. You know, these days a teacher prepares his lesson on computer and displays the content on projector or interactive whiteboard. In this way, ICT helps the teacher to deliver his lesson without losing coherence or rhythm. And he incorporates many multimedia tools to make his delivery effective. It is also a source of valid and valuable text type. Nowadays, internet is the valid source of information. In case of any doubt, we just Google the information and clear our doubts. For teachers also, internet provides valuable and authentic text type as internet is full of information that is uploaded on different websites by scholarly people. Now let us see how ICT is useful for students. It provides opportunity to communicate more effectively and to develop literacy skills, including skills in critical literacy. This means when a student learns through ICT, he is exposed to more standardized and authentic content and methods of learning and wide range of language learning techniques. Also, it is a valuable tool for researching, composing and responding, viewing and representing in English. This is very important tool as one can go through many websites, online articles, blogs and ebooks again and again with ease to acquire competence in English language. This helps the students to fix the information permanently in their mind. Now we'll discuss the advantages of ICT in English language teaching. Some of the important advantages of ICT in English language teachings are it connects into reality, possibility to motivate children, possibility to offer variation in teaching, possibility to offer forms of teaching. We will discuss these advantages in detail in coming slides. So the first is connect it into reality. The possibility to connect the teaching of English to reality. This is to bring word into the classroom by, for instance, using authentic text, reading or listening to current news and creating opportunities for real communication. You know, due to the emergence of internet, this big world has shrunk into a small village. We can talk to anyone living even in the remotest corners of the world, and you know, accessing any content on internet is a matter of seconds these days. An expert teacher can use this opportunity to teach English. He can connect to native speakers for teaching vocabulary, and this way he can help his students to improve communication. Our next point is possibility to motivate children. The possibility to motivate students by having them publish their work for a potentially bigger audience than the teacher only. The students can be asked to write articles, blogs, etc. They will be motivated to learn at the prospect of their work being viewed or listened by a bigger audience on internet, because their work can be accessed by the people around the world. This way it motivates the students to learn. Next is possibility to offer forms of teachings. The possibility to offer a form of teaching which is more adapted to individual students' interests, learning styles, and ability. As we talked earlier also, that the class may have students with different learning experiences, and they cannot be taught through a same way of teaching. ICT offers variety of teaching forms or methods of teaching, and an expert teacher who is fully or well versed with ICT can adapt his teaching to individual students' interests and ability to achieve his target. Our next point is possibility to offer variation in teaching. Possibility to offer variation in one's teaching compared to only or mainly using a textbook or workbook. That means a teacher can add variety by using ICT tools and can make his teaching interesting. There are some other advantages of ICTs are they are using ready-made language exercises on the internet. That means students can do a lot of practice and drill, as internet is full of such material. Using media sites and other websites from organizations and authorities in order to, for example, work with current events or thematic projects. Different sites and organizations ask people to join them in research and some thematic projects. This provides an opportunity to showcase our skills. Now let us move to the next slide. Communicating with students in other countries by email and chat, or participating in subject-based discussion forums. Internet provides opportunity to talk with the students of different countries. It helps them to know the standard of education system of those countries, and they can participate in any subject-based discussion forums. Next point is exploit the many reference tools on the internet, such as online dictionaries. You can download dictionaries and other applications which may be a reference tool for learning language. The last point here is create and publish student work in the form of, for instance, digital storytelling, blogs, and wikis. That means you can showcase your literary interests by writing blogs, etc. Next point is ICT reduces the burden of teaching learning activity. With the help of ICT, it is easy for teachers to give explanation. Pupils learn beyond the textbooks. That means ICT expands the scope of learning, but most of the teachers have a small fear and the lack of experience which keeps them away from the use of ICT, especially computers in their teaching activities. Our next topic of discussion is digital portfolio. So let us see what is a digital portfolio. A digital portfolio is a kind of learning record which provides real evidence of achievement. This is a collection of electronic evidence assembled and managed by web use. Electronic evidence may include textbook material as input, electronic files, multimedia, images, resume, social networking, hyperlinks, blogs, and Twitter, etc. Digital portfolio is comprehensive overview of students' work or achievement. The main purpose of creating e-portfolio is to enhance learning and to keep track of students' learning. So I think it is clear to you now that what is a digital portfolio. It is a collection of your learning experiences. That means you can store your learning experiences or learnings on computers so that it can be accessed later on also. It may be electronic files, multimedia, images, and social networking and blogs also. And as we talked earlier, the main motive of creating these digital portfolios is to enhance students' learning and keep the record of their learning. Now let us see how digital portfolio is created. What is the process of creating a digital portfolio? The first one is documentation, then workspace and reflection, then presentation and showcase. Documentation means first of all we collect the data and set the data in a particular fashion or in order. And then the second step is workspace and reflection. That means when the documentation is over, we reflect upon the content of that information. And the last point is presentation and showcase. That means once the reflection is over, we upload the content on computer or internet and our digital portfolio is ready. Let us discuss the importance of creating digital portfolios. Digital portfolios are important because it makes storage easier to find students' work. Students can reflect on their learning over time. Students can share their learning with the world. It creates personal ownership over one's accomplishments. That means we can store the portfolios on computer or internet, which does not require much physical space and can be accessed any time. And also students can share their learning experiences with the world. You know, we feel proud when we achieve something, and in the same way, students feel proud that they have done something praiseworthy. Ownership engenders feeling of pride, responsibility, and dedication. It creates a platform for children to share artifacts and discoveries with their family and friends. Digital portfolios make it possible to capture and store modes of learning not possible with non-digital formats. That means they can share their discovery of work with family, friends, and other people, and this way they feel motivated. Earlier, we used to create portfolios on paper, and it was not possible to record your audio or video. In digital portfolios, you can record audio or video, which was not possible to record on paper-based portfolios. Now, let us discuss the uses of digital portfolios. The first one is presentation of lessons. These days, the teachers make use of digital portfolios for the sake of presentation of their lessons and lectures. It is also helpful in reading and writing. Continuing language proficiency. You know, e-portfolios pays a lot of attention to oral production, which is generally neglected in the classroom activity. And also, students develop the ability to write the script, prepare short videos, where two or three of them have a tendency to converse in foreign language. These videos serve the very purpose of listening comprehension exercises. Next is source of pleasure. Digital portfolios keep the students occupied, then they are able to produce wonderful results. The linguistic skills which the learners attain improve their language competency. ICT skills of the students are also improved simultaneously. Job application and professional achievement. E-portfolios prepared by a student highlights or reveals his achievements in various fields. It becomes career portfolio for him, and he can make use of it while applying for some posts. Multimedia Lab for language development. The digital portfolio provides a multimedia lab for language learning. While doing practice with the use of ICT tools, in this lab, grammatical and lexical exercises on CDs can be applied for giving practice of language learning. Fusion of different media. Digital portfolios are a blend of different medias like audio, video, images, and pictures. Use of all these media improves their language competency. Next is stimulating creativities. Creativity is an essential life skill. Digital or e-portfolio motivates the learners or students and also stimulates creativity among them. Now, our last topic for discussion is classroom as a resource. Let us define what is a classroom. A classroom is a place or physical place where students get information or instruction from a teacher. Whatever a teacher is using for his instruction is considered as classroom resource. A teacher plays a vital role in the process of teaching and learning, who makes the environment lively, and active. A classroom is also a resource for teaching and learning. An expert teacher makes proper use of all the resources available in the classroom, keeping in view the individual differences of the students. To convert a classroom into a source room, the teacher needs to put some extra efforts. This depends upon the competency of a teacher that how he converts a traditional classroom into a resourceful classroom. Now let us see various kinds of classroom resources which can be utilized to make a classroom a resource room. They are blackboard, chalk, textbooks, charts, pictures, interactive whiteboard, LCD, projectors, TV and computers, etc. In all the above mentioned resources, Blackboard is the important factor. If a teacher is capable of using a blackboard, then other sources become secondary. How he develops a classroom as a resource room entirely depends upon the skill and expertise of the teacher. He should be able to use these resources to the benefit of his students. Apart from all these things, the classroom environment is very important. The interior of the room, like colors of wall, type of furniture, flooring, the amount of the light the classroom receives, all influence how the students learn. Thoughtful arrangement of the indoor and outdoor environment will support the learning goals for students. I hope this class will certainly benefit you in understanding the topics discussed during this session. That is all for now. Thank you all. Thank you very much.